did not know that.
I never seen that one either. I've heard that movie.
Okay, hold on, YouNow.
Oh, isn't that the one where the dude gets like put in the jail? Like
In Turkey, yes.
Yeah.
It's based on something that it actually did happen.
Yeah, he gets like tortured.
He was smuggling hash.
That's the one with that famous scene, which is where his like girlfriend puts her boob on the glass. She's like, "Oh, good."
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, that was cringe.
The only reason I know that though is I've never even seen that movie. I've seen like clips of that.
It is a good movie.
They also reference it in Cable Guy. That's the reason I know is Cable Guy. And, like,
oh my gosh! It was okay. It's been years since I've seen Cable Guy because
he references that in that movie. Don't run me. Because I think Midnight Express was originally like a cable movie. Like it was on HBO or something. Didn't he like not even do anything that bad though? He just goes
again, it was in Turkey in the early 70s, and hash is illegal. It's still illegal there.
Oh.
So yeah, he was smuggling hash. And there were some pillow terror attacks that were going on in Israel at that time, and I think the Turkish security at the airports were heightened, and he had a harder time hiding it, and he got found out. So. Yeah.
What the fuck is
And oh wow. American Gigolo is a series right now. It's a series on.
Well, it's probably different than the original movie or whatever.
Edge, oh my gang! I gotta fucking watch Yashahime because.
Oh my gosh! You gotta check out who's playing the character.
Who?
Yeah, I'm the only one you guys who. To be honest.
John Bernthal.
I don't know who that is.
Heard the name.
He was the Punisher. Although he first started on Walking Dead, that's how we all found out about him.
I never watched. That's what you found about. I don't really know who that dude is. I've seen some of the show, but like I don't know.
Honestly,
okay.
Hell, the only zombie vampire thing I've gotten into was like. Oh wait, no. What was the last zombie thing I ever watched?
Was it Z Nation?
No, my parents watched that.
Oh yeah. Zombieland? Wait.
No, it was probably more of the obscure shit. Like a way more hell anime.
I don't know. I've seen like parts of the. Like a friend of mine loves Walking Dead.
Shiki would count, but that's more of people getting bitten, dead, rise from the dead, and practically
okay. Well,
who feed on other
I caught on late to Walking Dead around its 6th or 7th season because my mom actually started it was around 2013. I just started my hiatus from junior college, and we just got Netflix at that time through her phone. And she wanted to catch up on Walking Dead because it was on its 3rd season at the time. She was catching up with it, and I was like, I mean, I thought the story was cool, but I asked my mom, is there sex scenes in this? And she's like, well, I mean, there was this one guy that cheated, where this woman cheats on her husband. I was like,
Daybreak. I watched that on Netflix. It was but I enjoyed it.
Then I don't know. It wasn't intriguing to me yet. But over time, I don't know, it kind of grew on me.
Like my friends showed me like a couple of gore scene stuff on there, but like I just felt the show was boring. Like I can't get into it.
Now, well, okay.
Too much like mellow.
I know it's the whole thing of okay, they go to this group.
It's just like just get to the fucking zombies already. Like this is so boring. Like fuck.
Well, I mean, but it does go to show you that there are other issues at stake other than the undead, which is the human elements, and that is important to.
I love watching a zombie movie because it's more fast paced. I love zombie movies. Like I love The Evil Dead, Reanimator, Tour Living Dead 1, 2, 3. I love like Night of the Dead movies like Night, Dawn, Day, Land, Diary, Survival of the Dead. I have some of the like shittier old school zombie movies like Zombie Holocaust and what's the other one? Zombie Holocaust, Zombie Apocalypse. I have
Quiet.
I actually have Shaun
I'm not quiet. Y'all have shitty headphones. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna straight up point it out at this point.
I have this one movie called Dead and Breakfast. I like Zombie Strippers. I love like
better for everyone before I shank something.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I am having big time. I'm having Walking Dead withdrawals because I want to start. I was like, Mom, you gotta get it on AMC Plus or something because I need to catch up with the series because I stopped halfway. Yeah, because the current season now is the final season, so this is a big deal.
I don't care. Like I really never got into that show.
Well, I also am into it because I was like, what if I was in this situation? What would I do? And I kind of think, you kind of feel for everybody. And yeah, I know it gets like, okay, so they go to this one group.
Do you watch like Fear of the Living Dead too? The other show, whatever? Fear
of the Walking Dead, no. It's just the main one. And I'm still not happy that Rick... Rick, he didn't die. He was just injured and he was taken by a different group that was part of another. Again, if you watch the show, you would know what I'm talking about. So I'm not gonna.
I mean, I'm getting a coworker named Rick, and he's way better than the Rick in that shit.
What? Oh my gosh!
Hey, who else could buy a free soda during the first few weeks we both got hired? By the way, anyone else who complains about my freaking mic problems from now on gets a pen to the head.
Well, I turned up my headphones so I can hear you, so...
What? Oh, and by the way, I heard from the Rise guys.
Got a roof.
One of the Rise guys said that he never cared for Walking Dead, and I was like, or he didn't watch it. And I was like,
no, I'm a huge fan. I love zombie movies.
Oh,
I just
God.
So boring as fuck.
Oh, God, can we answer this question?
Damn, my mic not better for everyone.
Okay, this is done.
Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Top 20 worst Walking Dead characters.
The one who's stupid, 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 the one who's stupid.
I'm pretty sure Lori is going to be on here, Rick's wife, the one that cheated on him with her.
I hate Lori with a passion.
Hey, it's WatchMojo.
It's really...
Hey, what moved you?
I mean, look, I know your husband, but the thing is, I know your husband got injured and you assumed he was dead, but just a week after? I mean, come on.
Okay, now presenting the top 20 dumbasses.
Spencer, you're weak. He got lucky with the wall.
Oh, and that's Rick.
He got lucky with us.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down picks for the top 20 worst characters on the
Norman
Walking Dead.
Reedus or whatever, but I don't know.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan is awesome. He was made to play
For
that
this
character.
list, we're looking at the characters in this
Negan.
post-apocalyptic horror series that fans.
Oh my
hate.
god, I remember.
All of
Oh,
them
her
written
son was
forward
so.
that we'd rather just forget they were
When they were in
on the show.
Alexandria and that big horde of zombies, and her kid let go, and I was like,
Which
"You
Walking
dumb
Dead
kid, you have to
characters
stay
got you
together."
the most? Let us know in the comments.
But also, I was actually kind of glad he got bit.
Teenagers.
Aiden
I
Monroe,
actually was-
the son of
I actually
previous
was happy when he
Alexandria
actually
leader
got
Deanna Monroe.
killed.
Aiden is a
I'm
hot
sorry,
who
but I was.
refuses the
And then
assistance of
I
Rick and
actually
Gang.
felt bad for the mom.
Oh,
Driven
I
by
actually,
ego,
I actually like
Aiden gets into arguments with Glenn.
28
which
Days
largely
Later and
comes
28
down to
Weeks
the
Oh,
fact
this
that
dude,
Glenn
I remember
is
this
a better
dude.
supplier
I mean,
than
even though they're not really
we mainly
zombie
like
movies,
to remember him for the way
like,
he got clocked in
they're
the face
kind of
by
like
Glenn
zombies.
during
They're
a failed
Well, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I never like this dude. He is a
Oh my gosh, he's got a soul patch. That's another sign.
You let these people in.
Why? I'm just
You
saying.
know what we're doing now.
Ooh, he deserved it.
Go
He
get him.
deserved it.
skill,
Fuck.
Aiden heads a group on a run,
He deserved it
ultimately
though.
causing his own demise. In his last moments, Aiden admits he's previously left people to die, making this an act of karma.
Let him die, man. Let him die, man.
Mm-hmm.
When he died, I was like, thank Jesus, he gone.
Man, throw him off a cliff. It makes it funnier.
Morgan, you can
Although
actually,
he
Morgan,
does
just watch
express
this. Just
remorse for
wait.
his behavior, Aiden's
Yeah,
time
let
on
me
the show
see.
is too short to fully redeem.
And he gets
Number
bitten.
19,
And he
Milton Mamet.
Oh, Milton, I
Among the
remember Milton.
enablers to the governor's progression into brutality.
Oh, the governor can
As
suck a
researcher
dick.
At Woodbury, he engages
Oh!
in tests
Bro
on
looks like the
walkers,
older
which
version of Mr.
inevitably go
Shoe.
nowhere.
I
His
hated
position
the
in the
governor
governor's
so
inner
much.
Circle, Milton witnesses the villain's atrocities without intervening. He's a weak character, mainly because
He looks
never
weak.
Really picks
I
one
know
side,
he did. I was
as he
like,
feels guilty
bro,
about
aren't you gonna
aiding
do
the governor,
something about it?
while
He's like,
simultaneously
I heard the show was.
succeeding
I'm
himself.
just
I heard the
kidding.
show wasn't even like.
Then I
The
have
show
to
wasn't
Okay.
even like the comics. It's not
I'm-
even like the
You're coming
graphic
with me.
novel. They don't get
Show me this question.
You really want to be a part of it?
Carl's
I don't
actor
know
and
anyone
Jeffrey
at
Dean
the
Morgan are the only ones that have read the
Anything we
comics,
might
actually.
feel for him is gradually lost through his weak-willed attitude and refusal to accept the governor's tyranny. He's ultimately killed by the governor
Fix my
when
pen.
Milton does try to betray him.
I know you're gonna die.
Well, he was kind of
And you're gonna turn.
a doormat, so.
And you're gonna tear the flesh from her bones.
But it's too little too late, especially since the zombified Milton bites Andrea, leading to her ultimate doom as well.
Oh!
Number 18.
Oh yeah.
Introduced as the
Natanya?
leader of Oceanside, Natanya
I remember
refuses to
her.
kill anyone outside of her community.
You know a great deal about us now.
If you let me go.
Yes.
Oh god.
You see, normally we would
Oh,
have
yeah.
killed you already.
Okay.
We shoot strangers on sight.
Her reasoning is initially justified, since she wants to avoid the Saviors discovering Oceanside's existence.
Yeah, the next
Natanya has no layers to her character, basically carrying the need to kill at all times. During
Oh,
her
it's
time in the
fun.
story, the heroes need the other communities to band together. But Natanya's resistance to every call for help turns her into an indirect villain, since fans are inclined to want her out of
Okay.
the way.
Will the question go through? I don't know.
Appears to have realized this when Natanya is killed during another ambush of the protagonists.
Another zombie movie I like. It's called
Oh yeah.
Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. It's a good movie.
Oh god. Okay.
Like I just feel like I don't know. I feel like the previous show that was watered down. Like I feel like it's not even gory enough. It's not. There's no stuff thrilling enough.
And we
It's like
can't
it's
say
just
we
not. I
miss
don't
her
know.
trigger-happy
I'd rather watch a
personality
zombie
either.
movie than
Number
this.
17, Henry.
Oh yeah, Henry.
I'm not gonna lie.
Carl meant
Yes,
another character
because he
needed to
was
be
a
adapted
stupid
for the
teenager.
Whisperer's
Was like,
arc.
Henry?
has a minor role
No
during the
offense,
battle
but
against the
it's just-
Saviors before receiving more attention when he's a teenager. He never feels like a true part of the show, coming across as a shoehorned character we're suddenly supposed to care for.
As my father said to me once, upon my departure from home, be respectful,
Oh, and that's the voice of Cyborg from Teen Titans.
kind, and be safe.
Him?
Oh yeah.
Carol and
Oh,
Disney
he's
will adopt
awesome.
him during a
I
time
didn't
skip,
know that!
so we don't see
Okay.
Yeah.
how he won them over. He
Wait.
doesn't have much of a personality.
Carrie Payton
either,
is his name.
and it's clear
Wait.
he's just there to be
I
killed
don't know.
off to
Wait.
set up Carol's
Okay, is
bid
this-
for
this is-
revenge against the
Ezekiel.
Whisperers.
Ezekiel.
No, isn't that when the I forget.
You said watching the fucking movie.
Oh, this part where everyone's heads are on the sticks, right?
Yeah.
Was the most memorable thing
That's how he
about him.
dies.
It shows
I mean,
just
how
forgettable
Henry
he
dies.
was overall.
Okay.
wouldn't be leaving if I didn't trust him.
Because I forgot this is like in the way future after everything
Number
happened.
16,
I remember.
a rot. Saviors like Simon.
Some of
have
these I haven't
level
seen.
of
some
Simon
of them I
was
haven't.
horrible.
Some of these I
despite
have
his role in
seen, some of them I
wiping out
haven't.
communities.
So.
A rot also serves as Negan's trusted lieutenant, but doesn't have an
Okay.
edge to her personality that fans can connect with. Instead, her role is primarily to antagonize the good guys, which she does with stone-cold apathy.
All right. Kill somebody.
And that was
Rosita's
Rosita's fault, by the way. It was Rosita's fault.
And
that woman got
doesn't
killed.
make them any better through her cold-blooded presence. We don't see any real change in her after the Saviors are forgiven by Rick either. Her streak of violence is too great to forgive, and not many hold it against Maggie and Daryl when they allow her to be
She
killed
didn't really
by
have
Oceanside.
much.
Please. What did you say? No exceptions.
Number 15,
Man, Capper.
Gage. Part of the generation who grew up during the apocalypse, Gage doesn't comprehend the dangers outside the community.
Yes, this is what makes me wonder. I guess teenagers won't stop being morons even in an apocalypse.
Came back and voila.
But that's not why he's so unlikable. Gage's role is entirely devoted to creating problems for the heroes. He incites unnecessary drama.
Yeah, I
within the
don't.
younger
Yeah,
residents
okay. So this is
and
probably
encourages his friends to
after I
annoy
stopped
introverts
watching.
like
More.
Henry.
Okay.
Gage becomes more villainous when he blames Lydia for the Whisperer's attack, banding others along with him to harass her.
Yeah, and Negan actually had to come and to her defense because Lydia is the daughter of Alpha, who was antagonizing them. And
Oh, that is
she was
just.
abused.
There's never any
Yeah, it was
moment where
awful.
we're encouraged to see
Why
things
would you
from
hit
Gage's
your-
perspective, pushing viewers to consider him primarily as a troublemaker. Gage meets a painful demise, which he probably didn't deserve, but at least we've seen the last of him. Number 14, Spencer Monroe. While
I remember
shows
Spencer's
some
death.
measure of regret
I
over
remember.
his
Was
brother
sweet.
lives and dies like a coward. Spencer
Yes.
carries the mentality of an
Even
entitled
Negan
brat
didn't
as the
like him.
son of Alexandria leader Deanna Monroe. His
Mhm.
position weakens after Deanna names Rick as leader before her death, and Spencer
Yes.
continues to carry a grudge. He has no leadership qualities of his own, as Spencer's primary attribute is to hate those in charge.
We should have made a deal with them when we could have.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're so lucky.
Whatever, dude. You're gonna die anyway.
Isn't that right, Rick? Here we are.
Yeah, because of his
Sensing
own
an
ego.
opening when Negan has Rick under his thumb, Spencer tries to
Because
get
even
to
Negan had
eliminate his
standards.
rival.
He has a
However,
code that he would go by.
Negan sees through Spencer's lack of scruples and punishes him for having no guts.
If you want to
Why the hell am I thinking he looked like the Fonz?
take over,
Anyways, just wait. Just wait for the satisfying
Yes,
death, Morgan.
this
Just
is-
wait.
Please show it.
and
Please
just
show it.
take
Show it. Show it. Show it. Show it.
over.
This guy, Dean Morgan.
The most
Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Spencer offers
Jeffrey
is a
Morgan.
lesson that
He's just
attempting
waiting-
to
he's waiting
backstab
to
someone
have
will
him
get you stabbed in
before
return. Literally, in his
where he
case.
like when he
Number
was chubbier,
13,
like the
Richard.
sheriff. Like when he
Kingdom
first
resident
was
Richard hates
younger.
watching the community provide resources
Yeah,
to Negan's
I know.
men. However, his hopes
he-
of starting a
he,
revolution are
I
misplaced,
liked him as
as
the
he takes
comedian
drastic
too in
methods
the
to start a
Watchmen.
conflict.
That's kind of like where
Yeah, that's what my friend knows him.
he does like I don't know. He is good at like playing bad guys or somehow.
I
Terry
first
himself
remembered
when
him
Saunders
as the
discovered
dad
the
of the
Alpha
Winchester
which
brothers
Richard later
in the
admits was
first
part of his plan to
season
make the
of
Kingdom's revolt.
Supernatural.
We get that he wanted to
And I
fight for
actually
freedom,
remember
but
when it
allowing
premiered, and it was
others to
really
die
good. We
makes
stopped
Richard
watching
more
after
cowardly
third
and
season.
brave.
Anatomy,
Not
too.
to mention the
It's weird,
self-righteous
but-
attitude he constantly carried himself
I've
with.
never watched that show. I just saw.
to do something to
Well, we watched it when it was like just premiering. I was 11 years old, so it was a big deal. It was really good, but we dropped off after like the third season.
Like he's done a lot of shit.
Yeah, he has.
Plus, using a teenager's death doesn't exactly make for noble work, as Richard deluded himself to believe. Morgan ends up killing Richard out of revenge for Benjamin, and none of the characters can hold it against him. Number 12, Ron Anderson.
Yes, I remember Ron died.
Ron develops a hatred for Rick after the latter kills his father.
Tell me why. Your father was dangerous.
Rick is dangerous.
He doesn't have anything to do with this.
Ignoring the abuse that Pete had doled out, Ron channels this hatred towards Carl
Oh,
by
come on.
considering him as a rival. Since fans have followed Rick and Carl's story from the beginning, Ron's negative opinion of them only makes him seem worse.
Your dad's just gonna get more people killed. Because that's what he does. That's who he is.
Man, throw him in the hole.
Your dad's a killer.
He also ignores the fact that Rick is looking out for his family, which his father
Okay,
never
first of
did.
all, the kid
Ron
even
does
looks
more
like a
bad than
D-bag.
good, as
Sorry.
His final act of turning the gun on Rick not only gets himself killed, it also causes him to shoot Carl's eye. Rather than feel bad for him, we're inclined to blame Ron for hurting such a beloved character. Number 11, Jadis, Anne. Switching allegiances
Wait,
during
what?
war shouldn't be a surprise, but Jadis
I actually I didn't mind her.
Yeah, I didn't mind her
Introduced as the leader
either.
of the Scavengers, Jadis constantly betrays both Rick and Negan after siding with both factions repeatedly.
No one drops anything. We had a deal.
Tamiel came for the boat things, followed ones who took. Made a better deal.
It's never made clear just what she wants, as Jadis also colludes with people outside of the communities without explanation. She puts on the facade of having a primal nature, which goes nowhere apart from creating awkward moments.
Yours.
Mm-hmm.
What you get? I lay with him after.
Oh!
While Jadis
She
is
wanted
cunning and
Rick.
duplicitous, she's far more
Yeah, she
frustrating to follow.
propositioned. I was like,
Her appearances are
wow.
predictable, ending with another one of her betrayals. She might have been interesting had the show expanded upon her secrets, but her departure leaves us wondering what the point of her character was to begin with.
Yeah, she's the one that got Rick and took him wherever.
Number 10, Lizzie Samuels.
Oh, Lizzie.
Characters
Oh,
are
I
too
know.
The
dangerous
daughter
by
of,
Walking Dead standards, and Lizzie was very destructive to have sticking around. Lizzie
Oh, wait.
realizes the horrors of
I
the
remember
wild
Lizzie because she thought they're
and
actually
forces
human, but
undead
they're
to be
actual zombies.
She was blaming me. She wanted a friend. She wanted to kill you. I was gonna lead her away. You could have died. It's the same thing. You killed her. You killed her.
Her fascination
They're
with
zombies, you dumbass!
episode. So much so that
She doesn't
Lizzie
even-
develops
she
an
doesn't-
obsession with the idea of death itself. While we might feel for her issues considering her age, there comes a point
Oh,
where things
yeah, I
go
forgot about
wrong.
this messed up
In Lizzie's
part.
case, it's when she kills her sister.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, she killed her own sister.
Don't worry.
Kill her.
She'll come back.
Definitely kill her.
There's really
Oh
nothing
my
to make
God!
fans like a character who
I remember
slaughtered
this.
a
I was
loved
like,
one. So
are you kidding me?
Carol's
Now you
decision
killed
to
your own
kill Lizzie
sister?
is
What would you want?
understandable.
Well, I mean,
Number 9.
I will
Pete
say
Anderson.
the whole
The
thing.
best villains.
Oh,
Carol was-
I remember the dad. I didn't
While
like
Pete
him.
is just a designated antagonist who offers no depth in character. He's the
No.
first adversary for Rick after he arrives at Alexandria, as Rick learns of Pete's mistreatment of his wife and children. Pete suspects that his wife Jessie and Rick have an attraction, which
Ugh.
pushes his
That's
violence
what
to
an
the
abuser
brink.
is going to do. They're going to create and assume that's how it happens.
And then they make the weird ass fanfiction.
You want to stop
Get him, Rick. Get him, Rick.
I remember this cost.
Unlike most other villains, Pete has no real justification for his evilness, turning him into a one-dimensional bad guy.
Yeah.
Each one of his scenes confirm the notion that he's meant to be a despicable man, and the lack of style and charisma only adds to his detestable quality.
You're not one of us! You don't want to do this. Get the hell away from me, Rick. Just stop. Just now, Pete. Stop now. Stop. Get up!
In the end, Rick does us a favor when he shoots Pete right
Thank
out of
you.
the show. Number 8, Sam Anderson.
Oh,
In the
yeah,
Walker Apocalypse,
Sam
some
stuff.
characters can be either very scared or very annoying. Sam?
Okay,
happens to
so
be
this is the
both. youngest
annoying.
Anderson son is
Son.
traumatized by Carol when she vividly tells him about walker attacks.
And you won't be able to run away when they come for you.
Carol's like, I'm gonna creep you out, kid.
You up all while you're still alive.
becomes a mixture
Throw
of
him in
clinging
the
and
hole.
mopey.
Just wait for
completely
this,
imagining
Morgan.
the
Just
prospect
wait.
of zombies getting him. It wouldn't have been so bad if we didn't have to follow Sam on screen so much, but episodes focus on Sam's fear to the point where we just want to be done with him. Sam becomes a real nuisance for the others, too,
Yeah, cover him
as
in
his
chum
freak
and
out
throw him in
around
the
the
pit.
undead puts everyone in peril.
Sam's looking mom.
Honey, you can do it. Sam, I gotta think.
Oh my gosh. Okay, look, honey, you're fearful, but oh my gosh.
I need you to come with me.
It's also what kills off his entire family. True to form,
Oh,
Sam goes
see,
out crying
way to
in
go.
fear and annoying
Way to go,
viewers
kid.
one last time.
Way to go.
Number
I mean, I'm
7,
sorry, but
Jared. It's hard to think of a character
Bummer,
more
Jared.
sleazy than Jared, who absolutely reveled in his villainy. Openly antagonistic, he intimidates and
remember
picks on people under Savior rule out of nothing but personal joy.
We should give them over, Your Majesty.
Yeah, we should give
Jared was a jerk.
Maybe I'll just shove this down your throat.
Since we're watching
Yeah,
from
he
the
looks like an
perspective of the
anti-hero.
heroes, there's a feeling of powerlessness with the way Jared flaunts his authority. Jared is
Oh,
among
thanks,
the
Jax
characters whose mere
Panna.
presence is an
Thanks,
annoyance,
God,
as he has
Panna.
0 redeeming qualities. Viewers have no better prospect to consider than to see Jared pay for his terrible attitude. He gets his just desserts when Morgan traps him with walkers, and it's highly satisfying to watch Jared finally bite it.
Great, I get to murder this ass.
Maybe even more than for the zombies that ate him. Number 6, Ed Peltier.
Oh,
Carol
His
no.
daughter, Ed routinely mistreats his family. He does none of the heavy lifting for the survivors and treats his wife like his personal servant.
Problem, Ed?
None that concerns you.
Yeah, he's a bum.
You ought to focus on your work. This ain't no comedy club.
In fact, it's
Throw him in
because
the
of Ed
hole,
that
too.
Carol starts out meek and helpless, as she receives the worst of his violent outbursts. Ed is such a vile character that he made antagonist Shane look like the hero.
Yes!
Having had enough of
Beat
his
him!
unacceptable
Beat him!
behavior, Shane gives Ed the
Yeah,
beating of a
beating a
lifetime
woman.
that he thoroughly deserved.
Yes.
You put your hands on your wife, your little girl, anybody else in this camp one more time, I will not
Oh
stop.
yeah, that one
Do you
bothered
hear
me.
Do you hear me? I'll beat you to death, Ed.
Not that it makes him change his ways, though. Fortunately, this jerk's time comes to an end when the walkers unleash their rabid hunger on him. Number 5, Dawn Lerner.
Oh
Comes to
no!
Dawn,
The person you killed,
rash
Beth.
and no
I
substance.
yeah.
Leader of Grady Memorial Hospital, Dawn realizes her officers' loyalties are hanging by a thread and does everything to satisfy them. This includes forcing characters like Noah and Beth to cater to her people's every need.
The man I was with, is he here too?
You were alone. If we hadn't saved you, you'd be one of them right now. So you owe us.
Dawn ignores all the problems at the hospital, blaming Beth for the harassment she has to endure from the corrupted officers.
The second it isn't, the second we lose sight of that, it's all over. The thing is, you're not the greater good.
Overall, Dawn
her in
carries
the
a
hole.
Oh, I think it should,
entire
shows
motive
this
is
thing
just
be
to have the
pissed.
illusion of being in control.
If it shows
And
what
it's
it's
not
gonna
an
show, I'm
interesting arc to follow.
pissed.
Then again, fans mainly despise her for her role in causing Beth's death, even if she didn't mean to kill her. Number 4, Nicholas. Nicholas
Oh,
is
Nicholas
the
is-
perfect representation
Oh,
of
this
what a power
part.
acts like.
No,
Supply runner for Alexandria,
no.
he favors his
Oh,
own staff
no.
over the lives of others.
I
And
remember
he's
this.
responsible for
The
Noah's
kid from
death.
Everybody Hates
But
Chris.
that's not why he's the
Yeah, I
worst.
won't play
He was
young
I
invited
remember
by
this.
Nicholas
I
tries
was
to
so
blame
upset
Glenn
when
instead.
Nicholas did that. I was like, you son of a bitch!
He was hitting on the glass, pushing my door open. They were gonna kill me.
But he panicked.
Or they were trying to, or they just didn't care.
When that doesn't work, he resorts to attempting to kill Glenn just so he can feel like he's won.
Dude,
Just like any
come
other
on, Glenn.
coward, Nicholas's
Come on.
plan backfires, and he ends up begging for mercy.
I was scared. I don't belong.
Oh god.
I was scared. I don't belong. Shut up!
Nicholas still finds a way to make things worse, shooting himself rather than fight the walkers that corner him and Glenn. At least his
Oh,
body
that's when.
indirectly
Oh
saves
yes,
Glenn's life,
that was the
so there's at
cliffhanger.
least one
The
thing
dumpster.
that
Oh yeah, because
People were wondering. My mom wondered.
Whereas
oh my god, because I
Howard,
thought Glenn
Gregory
died,
was
but it was
completely spineless, and we
What
despise
died
him
anyway,
even
man?
more for
You
it.
got
no, because I dead
Against
ass
his
thought.
Hilltop's leader,
Not at that.
Gregory tries to double-cross the
Because
Saviors
I
by
thought-
hiring
Oh, I
Rick's to
hated Gregor.
assassinate him.
Everybody hated
When
him.
that fails, he's
He had
quick
to have
backstab
pregnant
Saviors
lady
to win
save
back the
his
Saviors'
life.
favor.
What do you have to say to Rick in the
Oh,
Pistol,
God.
Gregory? The hilltop stands with Negan and the Saviors.
His weak-willed attitude eventually does him wrong, as Maggie overthrows his position to become the leader Hilltop needs. Despite again trying to betray the good guys to the villains, Gregory weasels his way back to Hilltop. He repays Maggie's kindness by trying to take her life, which fails like all his
Through getting that man drunk.
I'll protect you because you got his son killed.
You blame me. You attacked
I remember this part.
Oh, she hangs him
Say,
in public.
Nobody was mourning this traitor when he was executed for his crimes. Number 2, Andrea. Fans are well aware that
I don't
Andrea
know.
is
I don't know
nothing like the
about
source material. Whereas the comics Andrea is a badass, this one's known for flubbing up time and time again.
You gonna pull the trigger or what?
Oh yeah, because I remember that she did it.
What?
Whether it's shooting Daryl by accident to hooking up with villains Shane and the Governor.
Okay, that's the
Andrea
least
sure knows how to
problematic.
make things worse.
Because Shane
After
needed
the
to
initial arc
be
of
away
grieving
from
for her
Lori.
sister's death,
Never mind.
Andrea's role is primarily about making the wrong decisions. More significantly, her
Or she might have
inaction
bought
enables
time.
the Governor to attack Andrea's friends, while she takes
Oh.
forever to realize his evil intentions until he sets up her death.
People still believe she was a wasted character, though.
You did.
It's a good thing her friends are there when she pulls the gun on herself, because we wouldn't put it past Andrea to somehow mess that up as well.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Lori Grimes.
Yes!
Andrea's got nothing.
Oh, of course she's number. Of course, Lori was number one.
She didn't mean it. Lori's responsible for turning Rick and Shane against each other. After Rick forgives Lori for
Yeah,
her
she
intimate
used them
relationship
both.
with Shane, Lori tells him to be wary of his best friend.
And he says you can't protect us. That you're gonna get us killed.
And you think that's gonna help?
No, I think.
Rick, he won't stop.
Yeah, and I loved it when Maggie came back and she was like,
Weirdly
oh my.
enough, she then sends mixed signals to Shane, who concludes that he can have Lori and Carl to himself by eliminating Rick.
Of course not. Of course I do.
Oh my gosh. Like,
Whatever happened?
I just don't understand why there are
Whatever
women
the hell
that
we
just
thought it
thrive
was,
on
not just
drama.
you, but
Lori also creates several other problems, such as hiding her pregnancy from both prospective fathers. Her constant indecision reaches satirical levels, as if she'll conjure up more ways to
I
botch
think
something
it
else.
wasn't Rick's.
Although her death is tragic, Michonne ends up becoming a much better mother to Carl and Judith than Lori probably ever could be.
Do you
Yeah.
agree with our picks? Check out
And
this
Judith
other
turned
recent
out to
clip
be
from
a-
WatchMojo. And be
like,
sure to subscribe
a little
and ring the
egg
bell to
kicker.
be notified about our latest videos.
I'm actually shocked that she's number 1, but it makes complete sense.
Yeah,
because
it made so much sense. I was like, who's the number one? Oh,
especially I just loved when Maggie came back, teed off, and she was like, "Oh, and here's your abortion pills." And she didn't even go through with that. But Judith was the best
When
thing
the
that
dead
ever
walk
happened.
the earth, life tends to be full of surprises.
oh yeah, I
Welcome to
forgot about that
WatchMojo.com,
part. I was like,
and today
no,
we're counting down
fuck
our
that.
picks for the top 10 most shocking moments on The Walking Dead. For this list, we're intentionally excluding the deaths of major characters, as they deserve their very own list. And as these moments prove, The Walking Dead has plenty of ways to shock us other than killing a cast member. Also, it almost goes without saying, but this list
Okay,
contains a
everybody
major spoiler
remembers
warning.
this.
If it makes you feel any better, You taste much better than we thought you would.
Oh, that was
Number 10.
cannibals.
Herschel loses a leg. The Walking Dead likes to welcome viewers back at the start of each season with plenty of excitement. In this show, excitement means walkers and bloodshed.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they.
After the loss
I'm
of the
sorry,
Green
but
Family's farm,
Herschel
the group
shouldn't
has
have
been
kept
living a
those.
nomadic lifestyle ever
I'm sorry, he
since.
shouldn't have kept them in the barn. I know he wanted to help them, but
During that time,
Just
they've
let them
grown
go
more
home.
rugged, practical, and experienced. Green family patriarch Herschel included. Unfortunately, no amount of experience can protect you from a walker this sneaky. That bite to the leg comes out of nowhere. Naturally, we assumed Herschel was a goner.
I
But
hate
when
this
Rick pulls out his
part
fan
when you
favorite
got
hatchet
bitten.
and tries his hand at
okay,
surgery.
Lori made it to number 1 of the worst characters
It's a
of
question
Walking
of
Dead
life or
because
limb.
she cheated on her
Loses a
husband.
leg.
Oh god.
Okay, Morgan, it's okay.
Number 9.
Everything's
The
fine.
governor gets stabbed in the eye.
No, I just
Oh,
wanna
that was
see what it
satisfying though. The governor deserved it.
You know what's nice about fighting walkers? It's never personal. Also, their lack of brain power makes them predictable. Unfortunately, the same can rarely be said of the human threats that harass Rick's group. The governor certainly makes it personal, and he's as crafty
Morgan,
as
it's your
hell.
question.
Making the
Ashley!
decisions today, Rick.
Morgan, I sent you a message
I'm
on
not here.
Discord.
Let's have that talk.
Actually, it's because
So when
of the
Michonne
Walking
discovers his
Dead,
creepy
it's
secret
them.
room, it's clear we're in for a treat.
Or it's because of how
Michonne is
tired
loved by
Ashley
fans
is,
for her
probably.
rude
Oh,
efficiency, But
okay.
when she kills the governor's
Because I
undead daughter,
saw on Instagram that
despite
she was
his
on
begging,
her
we
Snapchat
were
since she was
nonetheless
working.
surprised.
Oh yeah, that was
The ensuing fight is a
Like a
nail biter
fucking
and
samurai
nearly a
sword?
nose biter
Oh,
from
weekend,
Michonne.
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, sorry about that, kid.
A vicious fight deserves a vicious ending, but a shard of glass to the eye, only the governor could have seen that coming. Literally.
I mean, hey, you think of the paycheck.
Oh yeah.
8. Shane leaves
sorry.
Otis to die.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Otis did kill.
From the
I mean,
outset,
he didn't
Shane
kill.
endeavored to do what he thought was
Okay.
best for the group.
Why do you two
Unfortunately,
put
he
this
was
in
also stubborn and
360p?
self-righteous.
Put your hands in your wallet.
It's okay.
Oh,
It's
no,
fine. I don't care about the resolution. Well, Otis did accidentally
It became
shoot.
clear that what was best for
I'm
the
kind of
group
mixed on
was
that.
invariably whatever best suited Shane in the moment.
But then
He
again,
meets
they
his
lost the
end when he
hunter.
commits the ultimate betrayal against Rick.
Wait a minute. I forgot Labor Day's on Monday, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna phase me then.
Well, I don't have to work, so I'm
Well,
good.
I
Before
work,
that,
but
Shane's
I don't
true
really
colors
care.
were revealed. to
Yeah,
viewers at least,
I get
with
to.
Otis's death. Shane later claims Otis sacrificed himself, but flashbacks reveal the truth. Shane shot Otis in the leg and used him as a distraction for walkers to save his own skin.
Alright, hope it isn't.
But he did shoot Carl, and I know he didn't mean to, but
And to be fair,
Oh,
to get
shut
medical supplies back to an injured Carl. As the shaved head symbolizes, Shane returned a different man. Number 7, the
Why
barn
Shane have a
shootout
nice head of
and
hair?
Sophia reveal.
The barn's full of walkers.
In a missing persons case, they say that the
He's
first
right,
48
bang.
hours are critical. After that, the likelihood of finding the person decreases significantly. If that person is a child and living in a zombie-infested world, well, those figures get a lot worse.
I'm just saying what needs to be said here. Now, you get good leaders in the first 48 hours.
The first half of Season 2 was defined by 2 major themes. The search for Sophia,
Let them know we're on our trail, doing everything we can, but most of all, keep everybody calm.
and the tension between Rick's group and Herschel regarding the treatment of walkers.
Those.
Bro, kill them. There's zombies.
well, he's a doctor, and he wanted
They
to
may be
find
dead, they may
hope
be
of a
alive,
cure
but
for
it
them,
might
and he
be
wanted to
us.
help them. But I was just like,
We are
I'm sorry,
alive
just let
right
them,
now, right
put them
here,
out of their
right in
misery.
front of you.
It's
This
just
episode brought both to a head in the
now
most
I actually
unexpected
can't
of
blame him for
ways.
this. I know
it was no
Carol's
surprise
daughter,
that
but
Shane finally snapped and
It's
forcefully
practical.
cleared the barn of walkers against Herschel's wishes. But for Sophia to be one of its inhabitants, that hurt. How many little girl zombies is that for Rick now?
I remember you showed
Number
a whole other
6,
video.
Eeny,
ever,
Meeny,
and that
Miny,
clip showed
Negan
up.
cliffhanger.
Boy,
Do I have
I-
a feeling
but
we're
it was-
getting close?
It was
As
so
far as the Walking
entertaining.
Dead comics are concerned, Negan is the biggest, baddest, most memorable villain Rick's gang has
Who
faced.
has redeemed
Fans
himself.
have anxiously waited to see the big guy and his
Ah,
beloved
Gary,
underwater
looks like
bat
the Fonz.
Lucille brought to life on
I
the small
hated
screen.
this scene. I really did.
Oh well, yeah. This is like
Yeah, there's Lucille,
Before we
folks.
say anything else, let's just
Named after
acknowledge
his
that Jeffrey
wife,
Dean Morgan does
Lady.
not disappoint in the role.
So now
His
He
wife's
was-
dead, ain't she?
yeah. Now Jeffrey Dean Morgan, he was made for this role. It was made for him.
In fact, his performance was a real home run, or maybe more of a grand slam.
I gotta
Oh.
pick somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's at the
Just
table
wait,
waiting
just
for me
wait.
to order.
That bloody first-person perspective was definitely surprising, but it wasn't actually that shocking to see this maniac keep his promise to beat someone's
Oh, it
brains
did.
in.
It's not showing him.
Any.
You now being
Maybe.
stupid.
God. No.
He looks like a man of his word, in all the worst ways. The real shocker, love it or hate it, it was the cliffhanger ending.
Boy, was it! And there were people that rage quit the show after it.
Well, I kept watching, really.
Number
so.
5, Eugene was lying.
Okay.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
important mission.
Imagine yourself in this position.
Yeah, he-
Family and friends.
I mean, he
dead.
was just doing it to
Civilization
survive, but-
crumbled. The last scientist at the CDC called any cure a lost cause and killed himself.
And I think they partied too, which, or I think some of them got drunk. I don't know. I didn't see that. My mom
You're
did.
probably
but
feeling
it's a long time.
pretty hopeless. Then this
I
mullet
mean,
sporting,
hell,
socially
do the
inept
one thing in
weirdo
an
steps into your
apocalypse.
life
You raid
and
convenience
announces he's a
stores and shit,
scientist
raid
and
Best
has
Buy,
the
get all the
cure.
tech and
We're
shit
on a mission to get
possible.
Eugene to Washington,
Build your own
D.C.
Wi-Fi server and then
Eugene's
boom,
a scientist,
ride it out.
and he knows exactly what caused this mess.
He just needs to get to Washington, and
Hell
you're his
yeah.
only hope. Talk about a reason to get up in the morning. Talk about a load of bull.
I lied.
Bullshit.
He did.
Not a scientist.
When Eugene drops
But he
that
is
atomic
smart.
truth bomb
He
on
is
the
a
group,
smart character,
Abraham's
and he
murderous
probably
rage
is on the
pretty
spectrum.
understandable.
Yeah, fair enough.
That last ray of hope was death. It's the end of
Well,
the
this is
world
not
as we know
dead.
it,
Well, this is
and
not-
nobody feels fine.
He didn't die.
He got injured so badly.
Number 4, Carl's eye.
Oh, God.
Because of that stupid.
Alright,
On
the
the
shoot me sign
menu,
Carl's
one
back.
kid
Give
and
the kid a
3
break, will ya?
dumbasses.
So far, it's been a rough childhood. In season 2, he sees a deer peacefully grazing in the forest, and it seems like a sign that despite all the turmoil,
Oh,
sweet.
my God, that's
beauty and
sweet.
calm.
It
Then
is so
reality
sweet.
hits with a shot to the gut.
And it was Otis.
Yeah, I was about
It's
to say
surprising,
that deer was
but
either
not
gonna get
nearly as
shot or
shocking as seeing
ate.
Carl get shot.
So, I
again,
mean, I can
this time in
understand
the
why
eye.
Shane kind of, like, used him as a
Generally
distraction
speaking, when
and then
someone's shot
shot
in
it
the
at
face,
because,
they're
well,
dead.
he hurt
Especially in a
his,
world where modern medicine is scarce.
like, figurative
and
son.
The wound
So,
is grisly. Thankfully, Carl
I mean,
seems
it's
to
not
have
right what he
inherited his
did,
father's
but-
genetic predisposition towards being unkillable. We just jinxed it. We know. We're sorry.
Anybody moves, anybody says anything, cut the boy's other eye out and feed
but
it to his father.
he did. He went with dignity.
Number 3, the slaughterhouse scene at Terminus.
Oh, yeah.
Wanna
I
push
forgot
people off
about
the idea of
that.
factory farming and the meat industry? Show them this slaughterhouse footage from The Walking Dead season 5 premiere.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Cable television has trained us to think the camera
We
will turn
swear
away before
this,
things get too
sir,
brutal.
this is
The
for
Walking Dead
medical
is trying
school
to undo that
practices
thinking.
and
Yes, it is, we swear.
Everybody. Abattoir
Oh, yeah, they
style
hit.
We
I
are,
remember they.
we're
Wait,
all
wait.
in med school, you know, and are
Man.
learning this.
How? I forgot they hit them inside the head, and they're
See?
like,
Don't
are
cut
boys.
the arteries.
It's the humans.
But guess
that
what?
are the
At least-
monsters in this new world, and the monsters here happen to be cannibals.
oh, not good.
What were your shot counts? 38.
Terminus promised safe haven, and that looked like it was true when Rick's group arrived. But no. Salvation tries slaughterhouse with human cattle.
There's a compound bow and a machete with a red handle. That's what I'm gonna use to kill you.
Number 2, The attempted rape of Carl and Rick's response.
Okay.
This is one scene from the comics that no
Yeah,
one thought
I mean-
the show would dare recreate. So when the pieces
But
fell
it's
into
a good
place
thing
and
that-
it was presented undiluted, jaws dropped in living rooms across the world.
I remember this scene!
Then we'll have the girl. Then the boy.
This moment is one of utmost depravity on the part of Joe's group, and a display of extreme, unflinching brutality by Rick. We'd previously seen the threat of sexual assault on this show, but for a man to pin Carl and begin to undress him as his father watches
Oh my gosh,
helplessly,
yes.
that's beyond shocking.
Absolutely. Get that.
A second dose of surprise came from Rick's response.
Oh yeah, this!
Driven by sheer
Yep,
instinct
oh yeah,
and
this!
animal
Morgan,
fury,
wait!
he rips out a man's throat with his teeth and doesn't stop there. Before we unveil our number one pick, here are some honorable mentions.
At the end of the day,
Oh yeah,
how
but
much we hate all this ugly
Oh my
I was
gosh, I
like-
gotta. Okay, why am I get a headache right here? I'm okay. I'm okay.
business. A man's gotta eat.
It ain't because of this.
Calm down.
Well, he had to shoot Shane. He was gonna kill his dad.
What it seems. Please.
Oh yeah, this!
His brother. Oh dang! Get the monster. Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot they finally got together after what, so many seasons. I was like, dang!
Number one,
I
Glenn
remember-
falls into a
Oh,
swarm
this
of walkers.
That was the cliffhanger. Yes,
I know.
that big
Rick, when
cliffhanger.
they
My
first
mom
met,
and her friends
walkers
that
move
were
slow, but
talking about
become
it, like,
deadly
oh
when
my
they
gosh,
swarm.
this is what happened.
They get more active after dark sometimes.
So when Nicholas takes his own life, knocking Glenn down into the walkers in the process, it seems like a death sentence for the father to be.
I also hate that Michonne left the show.
Look at this shot. How is that not a man dying an agonizing death?
I
This would
know,
have been a
but
shocking
really,
end for
really-
any character. But
Was it a
fans were
great
already worried about Glenn's fate, knowing that Negan was being introduced this season, which meant this plot twist caught viewers
No, because if
totally
I
off
remember,
guard.
Pissing our pants yet?
Nicholas fell on top of Glenn when they fell off the.
Yeah, and then the dumpster, and then it shows
He
the.
should have known better. Thanks to
shows off
Merle,
when it-
Glenn
first one
already
walkers
had
landed
plenty of
and then
experience surviving
they
close
cut off.
encounters with walkers. Yet again, Glenn survives, so we can continue to worry about him.
Yep, I was like, no, Glenn, don't die, and then he
Agree
didn't
with our
die.
list? Which Walking Dead moment
Like,
did you...
Okay, I got something a bit more wholesome.
Oh, I'm playing. It's called Say What
Semi-wholesome.
Well, could you say what you see a little more quietly?
This is a
Welcome
band
to
movie.
WatchMojo, and today we're counting
I
down
haven't even seen this one yet.
That is the
I
worst.
our
want to
picks for the
see.
top 10
Well,
banned
it's not
Disney
banned
movies.
here. It's like banned other countries.
Well, goodbye, Governor. Sorry to interrupt.
I've
For this
watched
list, we'll be
Mary
looking at
Poppins
films from the
several
House of
times.
Mouse that were denied release in different parts of the world, even if the decision was eventually overturned. Comment below which
Oh,
movie
okay.
you're waiting on the most. Number 10, Beauty and the Beast. Disney's live
Okay,
action
I know
remake
why.
of this beloved classic broke ground by
No
portraying
horror movies
supporting
that have
character
a band
LeFou
in
as
like
gay.
Germany, UK.
Gaston, sorry.
But the
Is
movie
that
also
Luke
stirred
Evans?
considerable controversy, both in
Yeah, I
the
think
US
it
and
is.
The
especially
original
overseas.
Chad.
The moment in question lasted 15 seconds in a sprawling 2-hour fantasy film. It doesn't involve anything particularly overt.
Oh
The
yeah,
just
because of
the implication was enough
that.
to get the entire
Yeah.
movie withdrawn from theaters.
I
in full.
remember
The
now,
film
'cause
censorship board in Malaysia demanded that the moment be cut, but Disney refused. In the end, Disney had to bump up the movie's age rating for Malaysia cinemas.
Well, Malaysia is.
Too much?
And again, as I'm gonna say for all
Number
these,
9.
Disney ain't gonna lose money worth of frick.
Dead Man.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Jack
Dead
Sparrow's
Man's
second
Chest.
voyage on the
Caribbean.
high
I
seas
gotta
sailed
watch
to
this
$1
one.
billion at the box office, and all
I haven't
without
watched
driving
One of the
to
bo-
Europe
in
and China.
years.
And whatever this key unlocks
Oh my gosh.
inside, there's
I
something
saw The
valuable.
Black Pearl like
So
3
we're
times
setting
in
out to
high
find
school.
Whatever this key unlocks.
3 times in the high school.
Despite the brand's popularity, the
school.
pirate couldn't dock in the country due to
For
the film's
breaks.
supernatural content,
And I was like-
especially the inclusion of ghosts and cannibals.
I mean, the story's good, but it got tiring.
Though the movie far from endorses the diet of the latter, it seems
I
that
like
seeing
the
Jack
first
and
two
Will
movies.
strung up
The
like
third one I
roasted
thought
pigs was too much for
so
senses,
good,
sinking
and then I
dead
didn't
man's
follow
chest in the country.
Save me.
Jack, what did you tell them? No!
Number 8, Eternals. The Marvel Us relationship between Fastos and husband Ben Stoss ruffled a few feathers.
Hello. Can we help you?
Where was
Hey,
it?
Jack. Ben. Hey, guys. These are my friends from college.
The film had an uphill battle from the start, since comments made years prior by director Chloe Zhao barred it from a Chinese release.
You guys did that?
I love you.
I've never even heard of this.
However, other countries refused to.
Oh yeah, it
play
was
the
a
inclusion of
one
the MCU's first
new
opening
like
game
new
in
Marvel
Europe.
movie
The
that came out.
presentation led to some intense standoffs with overseas censors. The film was banned in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, and Oman, where fans were left waiting eternally for a release.
So
Disney ended up
basically,
catering
all
to calls for
Islamic
cuts in a few other
countries.
countries, though.
Although Oman
removing
isn't
blood scenes.
bad. Oman is probably the one country in the Arab world that I would actually visit. Although it would be boring. But boring is better than...
Fall collection. IKEA.
Number 7, Onward. Another small step forward in representation, another countrywide ban.
You know
I'm
what
not
should be
super great
on
in this
here?
kind of
One,
situation, and I'm
ban
starting to
Disney
freak out a
movies
little bit,
on the
and I'm
South.
all sweaty and weird, and I don't know what to say.
might
The
be,
only
Scott.
mention of LGBTQ
You know the
plus
song
content in
South,
Onward
right?
Yeah, I
comes from
know
Nina
what-
Waite's character, Spectre, makes an innocuous
know
I mean,
comment
it
about
probably
her
you can
girlfriend's
still
daughter.
access it, but it's
being a new
probably...
parent.
I
My
don't know.
girlfriend's daughter got me pulling my
No, you can
hair
find
out,
it.
okay?
It's a throwaway line in the movie, but stopped the film
Or
from
find
being
it
released
online.
in theaters in
Yeah.
some countries, including Kuwait,
But it's like
Oman,
bootlegs
Qatar,
on
and Saudi
DVD.
Arabia.
I mean,
In
well,
other
it's-
countries, such as
it's
Russia,
racist.
the
Keep
film was
circulating
allowed
the
to be
tape.
edited,
It's
changing the lines
racist
to my
because it
sister's
shows,
daughter
like,
or my partner's daughter.
slaves is
I've almost got enough saved
being
up for a
slaves in
sweet
the
paying
South.
job.
Number 6, Mary Poppins. A spoonful of
Dude,
sugar.
What I
is
don't
now
like,
classic
though, is I don't think that
Disney.
stuff should be banned because of controversy. I think it's because it's history and it's
After living with
archives.
her
and
umbrella
I
for
like
over 30 years,
preservation
censors finally
of
grounded
anything
Miss
that's
Poppins,
old.
but not due to any cultural insensitivity or controversial political stance. Instead, the Chinese government
It's
made a
funny,
blanket
though,
ban against media that blended
Some of
live
the
action and
rides,
animated content.
one of the rides is Splash Mountain was from Star South.
Yeah, what up, Henry?
Why? Well,
Like the
apparently it
cartoon
was a move to
characters
help
were-
foster the country's own animation industry without influence from foreign works. Oddly, it seems they only targeted hybrid features and not fully animated films.
If they must go on outings, these outings ought to be fraught with purpose, yes, and practicality.
I'm doing good, man.
Locked in mainland China. It's a shame that out of all the multiverses
Well, there's
Chavez
also-
can teleport to, she found herself
Yeah,
in one
I
where
mean-
her live-action debut was so
Censored.
controversial. Number
Same.
4, West Side Story.
That no one
Steven
cares
Spielberg's
anyway.
modern reimagining of the
Okay.
beloved musical came with a few adjustments to the source material.
You done good, buddy boy.
Notably,
Hey,
the standout
serious,
role of
yeah.
Anybody's was reinterpreted
It's all
as
it's all in
transgender.
Spanish
This
and
update fit
there's
well with
no
the character's journey
subtitles.
and allowed non-binary actor
Which
Iris
I
Menace a
think
chance to
that's
represent their
not
community.
right
Where'd you come from?
because
Down the chimney like Santa Claus.
However, it also meant
You're
that
kinda
the film
singling
faced bans
out-
from Persian Gulf countries.
Look, the stupid fish.
portion of the audience.
Disney resisted calls for cuts, although they did end up editing out intimacy scenes in order to secure a release in the United Arab Emirates. Number 3, Der Fuhrer's Face.
Oh!
Nothing sells war quite like a
Oh,
talking
my,
duck.
of course this one.
I've seen this.
Hope.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, Warner Brothers had like really
Donald got in on
racist
the
cartoons
propaganda
back in
craze
the
during
day.
the 40s to
yeah,
help
so
sell
for
the
all
war
the people
bonds.
that
But the
say, "Oh, I'm a
nightmarish
Warner Brothers
portrayal of the
person," because
Nazis
Walt
Hell,
Disney
I
was
pissed
racist,
off
but it's
someone
like,
by saying I
well,
watched
The Russian
this.
court banned it on the grounds it endorsed
Basically-
extremist behavior. While that censorship was overturned in 2016, finding
can't
the 8-minute
choose your
short anywhere
races
hasn't
on-
always been a piece of cake either. Disney kept the film in the vault for over 60 years, with its first true home video release not coming until 2004.
Attention,
I've not seen Judge Dredd art.
Highness of the Führer. Now,
I
comes
actually like the
vacation.
remake. I mean, the newer Judge Dredd movie they did more
Number
than the
2,
original Judge
Lightyear.
Dredd movie.
This film aspired to go to
Everything, though,
infinity
it still is a good short.
The one that's
people
just
like-
called Dredd
and
with
beyond. It
Earl.
didn't quite make it everywhere.
Earl
Dredd.
Yeah,
Wow,
Carmen.
that's great.
Carl
What's her name?
Urban.
Kiko.
Sorry. I like that too, but I like that movie a lot.
A scene that featured a same-sex kiss drew the ire of film board in much of the
Yeah,
Arab
they were gonna
world,
do a sequel
including
of it,
Bahrain, Egypt,
but I guess it
Iraq,
bombed
Jordan,
box
Kuwait,
office,
Lebanon,
but-
Oman, Palestine, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Syria, and the United Arab Emirates.
What are you doing? I'm court-martialing myself.
It also wasn't released in Russia, Malaysia, or Kazakhstan. It's actually fortunate that the kiss made it into the film at all. Allegedly, the scene was cut a few months before release, but reinstated after
Yeah.
pressure from
I mean,
employees
doesn't mean it was a bad
prompted
movie.
Disney to
It's
vocally
just
oppose the
still
Florida
gonna make their
Parental
money
Rights and
back,
Education
so-
Act, also known as the Don't Say Gay bill.
There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get
God,
notified
that
about our
might be
latest
number
videos.
one.
You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them.
You know what's
If
one
you're
of the
on your
worst
phone,
movies
make sure you
that
go
ever
into
did
your
the
settings and
theater
switch
run
on notifications.
was the Gem and the Holograms movie.
Number 1.
That's
Yeah.
barely-
Winnie the Pooh is about as uncontroversial as you can get.
Oh, yes. Doing nothing.
Oh, I need to
Often
see
leads
this.
to
I
the
didn't
very
see
best
this.
something.
Fuck, I
But
gotta
this
watch
mature
this
take
now.
on the character
It's
is far from
adorable.
China for
Gem and
reasons
the
Yes,
mostly
I
Holograms
grew up
beyond
with
movie.
Winnie the
bears
Pooh.
control.
Like only
Power
lasted
internet.
like a couple days in
You're
theaters or
different.
something.
And
It
people
did
don't
really
like things that
bad.
are different. So I shouldn't be me.
All the way back in 2013, a picture that
Oh,
compared
yeah,
Chinese
this is
President
why.
Xi Jinping
Because
to
of-
Pooh circulated on the web. Being the internet,
barely
it
hit
took
it.
long at all for it to
Stupid.
be
It's
full on.
Of
stupid.
course,
Government
China.
didn't take too kindly to the continued comparison.
Yeah, because he's referred
Robin
to as
being denied a
Winnie the
visa to
Pooh.
Chinese theaters.
It's all on you, Robin.
Oh, good heavens.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from
I mean,
WatchMojo.
they look like the original, like, story of Winnie the Pooh, and I was like, oh, it warmed my
I
heart.
still want to see the horror movie version.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
so does my mom. So does my mom.
Excuse me, sir, but we think that was very rude.
I know
and
all
we had
these.
in want of an
Yeah.
apology.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 banned kids TV episodes.
I hope the kids got the message. Yeah, drinking's uncool.
For this list, we'll be looking at episodes of children's TV shows that were so controversial.
Morgan,
they
it's
got
actually
pulled from the
just a
airwaves.
question.
Surprised by any entries on this list? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Rude Removal, Dexter's Laboratory. Fans of Dexter's Laboratory have been aware of the banned episode Rude Removal for quite some time.
Oh, yeah? You're the rude one, brother. It is you that is rude. No, you. No, you. 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 You.
Show creator Gendy Tartakovsky had even been known to show the episode publicly when he gave lectures or attended events. Few thought the episode would ever see the light of day outside of these events, but were pleasantly surprised when Adult Swim polled interest for the episode's release on their Twitter.
Gosh, Dee Dee, I have an idea, but, well, it's a little bit rude. Well, let's do it anyway. Oh, my, Dexter, that is deceptive.
The network then released a few cryptic bumpers before ultimately sharing the infamous episode with the world. The episode shows Dexter creating a rude removal system to remove rudeness from his sister Dee Dee. It does its job, but creates alternate rude versions of the both of them, who yell at their mother with constant censored swearing.
Now I'm gonna get a bar of soap to wash out your filthy little mouth, and when I get back, I want to see this place spotless.
Number 9, Ready for the Betties, Phineas and Ferb. With few
They
exceptions,
still
most episodes
play.
of Phineas and Ferb feature original musical numbers.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow. That's what my baby says. Mow, mow, mow. And my heart starts pumping. Chicka, chicka, chew out. Never gonna stop. Gitchy, gitchy, goo means that I love you.
Unfortunately, one of these numbers, and the fictional band who sang it, seem to have landed Disney in some hot water. In Ready for the Betties, Candace and Stacy win the chance to travel with their favorite band, the Betties, and learn an age-old lesson: never meet your heroes.
We're your biggest fans. Yeah, we won a contest, and now we get to hang out with you all day.
We'll just keep it down. We're trying to write a song.
Sure thing. Oh, no problem.
After an alleged dispute with a real band of the same name, the episode was pulled from the airwaves and would not resurface on U.S. television until 2015. It is unclear how the issue was resolved, but
They
Phineas
still
and Ferb
play it on
seems to have
Disney
made its
XD
mark
all the time.
nonetheless.
Get ready for the baddies, ready for the baddies, get ready for the baddies, ready for the baddies.
Years after the series end, Googling the Betties still brings the cartoon band front and center. Number 8, Mr. Ratburn and the Special Someone, Arthur. Although many of the entries on this list were banned nationwide, only Alabama was barred from seeing Mr. Ratburn and the Special Someone.
Of course.
An episode of PBS's
Alabama!
Arthur released in 2019.
Teachers don't get married. Just wrong.
I guess they do have some sort of life outside the classroom.
The reason? The episode prominently featured a same-sex wedding between series regular Mr. Ratburn and a chocolatier named Patrick. Although the episode was just as kid-friendly as every other episode of the series, Alabama Public Television decided that it was not appropriate for kids to potentially see without parental guidance. The Arthur spin-off series, Postcards from Buster, ran into a similar problem in 2005. The episode Sugar Time, Heinsberg, Vermont, was banned in several states after a single airing for its inclusion of a real-life lesbian couple and their family.
And Gillian. So Gillian's your mom too? She's my stepmom. Boy, that's a lot of mom.
Postcards from
Number
Buster
7,
just disappeared.
Conflict, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh,
With a
yes.
soft-spoken voice and clean-cut image, most people associate Mr. Rogers with safe, calming programming. But Mr. Rogers was no stranger to controversy.
Around the country, they didn't want black people to come and swim in their swimming pools. And Fred said that is absolutely ridiculous.
He consistently pushed boundaries in an effort to teach kids about the world around them. One of these instances was a full week of programming centered around conflict, specifically nuclear conflict. In the episodes, King Friday finds plans for what he believes to be a bomb and instantly begins preparing for war.
And war isn't nice. We've been very fortunate here in this neighborhood of make-believe not to have any wars.
Children are also shown learning about gas masks and air raid shelters in school. The series of episodes were deemed too intense and were banned from syndication in 1996.
Well, I have to ask everybody to do something. Well, what is it? Help to make some bombs.
What kind of bomb?
Secret kind.
Oh, they're probably full of toys, and when we drop them, everybody will get a treat.
The majority of the week-long series remains lost to the general public, unavailable through any mainstream streaming service. Number 6, Buffalo Gals, Cow and Chicken. With the nude red devil as primary
Which I have saved right on this computer.
antagonist, Cow and Chicken was never the most family-friendly
Yes, I have
kid
the
show
episode,
on TV,
people.
but Buffalo Gals ramped that fact up to 11.
Let's cause a stampede! I don't think I could.
The episode featured a group of bikers known as the Buffalo Gals, who showed no interest in men and were said to randomly burst into people's homes and chew on their carpet. The episode continues in this manner, with an increasing number of innuendos and heavy-handed stereotypes about lesbians. The episode's ending note is questionable at best and homophobic at worst, showing Chicken saving his sister from the group.
You know, there's a moral to this story.
But it's a secret!
Number 5, Minnie Takes Care of Pluto, Mickey Mouse Works. Featured in the shorts-based series Mickey Mouse Works, Minnie Takes Care of Pluto begins with Mickey dropping Pluto off at Minnie's house without warning.
Oh, Pluto, you know that I love you, and you know I don't mind taking care of you, even though Mickey didn't even bother to call ahead and ask.
How the hell do I think I
He just
remember
marched
this one?
right over here and dropped you off on my doorstep in the middle of cleaning day like I'm some sort of dog-sitting service.
After an angry Minnie warns Pluto to stay out of her way, he begins to imagine worst-case scenarios, including Minnie poisoning him, burying him alive, and killing him with a mace. He even fears that he will be sent to hell rather than heaven when he dies.
Hey, about time you got here. Come on! Let me show you your eternal punishment.
This is all shown on screen, and was ultimately deemed too frightening for the show's young audience. In addition to being banned from future airings in the US, it was also one of the few segments from Mickey Mouse Works not to feature in the later series, House of Mouse. Number 4, One Beer, Tiny Toon Adventures. Children's television is no stranger to anti-alcohol PSAs, but one Tiny Toon Adventures episode tackling the topic was apparently deemed too intense for its young audience.
Buster, this isn't like you. I know, but in this episode,
I mean,
we're showing the
Tiny
evils of
Toon's always had a dark
One
sense of
Beer
humor,
sees the
though.
show's
Same with
young
Animaniacs
protagonists
and
each
like
drink
Tiny.
a sip of beer and
Taking
immediately
the brain,
feel
all
under
that.
influence. They steal a cop car, eventually driving off a cliff to their deaths.
Bro, how big this mountain?
Oh, Jesus.
The segment ends in what appears to be heaven, but is revealed to be a soundstage where Buster asks,
So do we get to do a funny episode tomorrow?
The tongue-in-cheek ending has led some to believe that the episode was made in response to network demands for more lesson-centric episodes. After its initial airing, One Beer did not rerun on US television for 2 decades. Number 3, episode 847, Sesame Street. Are you a good witch or
Oh
a
yeah,
bad
it got found
This is the
recently.
Wicked Witch of the West. She's worse than the other one was.
The Wicked Witch of the West is decidedly a bad witch, so much so that her appearance on Sesame Street was banned after a single airing. The episode, known as episode 847, prominently featured Margaret Hamilton reprising her role from The Wizard of Oz.
You know something? You have got to be the most beautiful person I have ever seen. Wow, I think I'm in love.
After its premiere, the studio received an overwhelming amount of letters from parents claiming that the character was too scary and threatening for their children. Test screenings of the episode showed no such reaction, but it was promptly pulled from syndication nonetheless.
All I want to do is to get out of here. Fly home to Oz right now. Home to Oz.
The episode has never been officially released, but cut segments of it were shown to an audience at a 50th anniversary event titled Sesame Street Lost and Found. Number 2, Electric Soldier Porygon, Pokemon. This infamous Pokemon episode featured a scene in which Pikachu used an electric attack on a collection of missiles, portrayed on screen with a 4-second-long red and blue strobe effect, which we're not going to show because of what we're about to tell you. The results were devastating.
I don't know, I watched it and I was fine.
Almost 700 Japanese people suffered a number.
Wait, you actually watched like the subbed episode?
Yeah, I mean, I watched it with all the flashing and shit, and I was fine.
I mean,
But maybe I'm not
who knows?
epileptic. That's why. But it didn't bother me at all.
And
I was
also
like, what?
apparent, a lot of the reports got to. I watched several videos on it, where apparently from Japan alone. I don't know about the rest of the world.
Including epileptic seizures. As a result, the episode was banned in Japan and never aired in America. The Pokemon Porygon was not directly involved in the offending scene, but has nonetheless rarely appeared in the anime after the episode.
それはこの天才秋葉原博士が作り出した CG ポケモンポリゴンのショー。
This was not the anime's first or last brush with controversy. America also banned several episodes featuring the Pokemon Jinx, probably due to its purported resemblance to racist caricatures. And the episode The Legend of Dratini, likely due to its overuse of guns.
さておじさま、伝説のポケモンミニ竜の居所を教えてくださるわよね。教えてくれなきゃこんなの出てきちゃうわよ。
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the
Get
bell
the Pokeballs, they got the caps now.
to get notified about our latest videos.
banned
You have the option to be notified for occasional
James is in a
videos or all
bikini or
of
something.
them.
It's
If
a
you're on your
joke.
phone, make sure you go into your
Oh, yeah,
settings
the
and switch
bikini
on
one, too.
notifications.
Number 1, Garbage Pail Kids. For those unaware, Garbage Pail Kids began as trading cards featuring gross or violent images.
I just remember the bad movie.
I am here to tell you about the Garbage Pail Kids show. It is disgusting, obnoxious, and what's
Due to their content, the cards were banned from many schools and households across the nation. Unsurprisingly, parents were horrified to learn that CBS was producing an animated tie-in series for the cards.
It's out of control!
Oh.
We're in trouble now!
The show was heavily protested for allegedly glorifying violence and ridiculing those who were different before its premiere, eventually causing CBS to cancel. As a result, America did not see a single episode of the show, even when international stations in places like the UK, Canada, and Spain did.
I mean, I should have known. He wasn't grossed out when he saw us.
Never trust an adult who isn't grossed out by a garbage paler.
Luckily, it seems that America is now finally ready for the Garbage Pail Kids, as HBO Max has announced a new series.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo.
It's probably just all dumped on YouTube.
Somebody watch Nostalgia Critic?
Oh my, what?
I hear Nostalgia Critic.
Wait a minute.
Well, more like an absolute psychopath. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down.
Okay, literally, I might know all these because I've watched every single Bugs Bunny short.
You ever seen the Bugs Bunny movie? The Bugs Bunny episode with the one with the blackface guy?
Yes.
Okay.
I watched. Okay, here's the thing, Scott. I did not know much about the earliest racist stuff on cartoons. I literally had a bunch of DVDs I used to watch at my grandmother's and whatnot, and most of them had these banned episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Our
I
picks
am
top 10
really
worst things
familiar
Bugs
with
Bunny
this
has
shit.
done.
Polly want a cracker? Polly want a cracker. Polly want a cracker.
Or I might know Abby.
Here, sweetheart.
For this list, we're looking at some of the most heinous things our favorite rabbit has pulled. Seriously, he's more of a devil than we like to think he is.
The best kind of devil.
If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
No. I don't like what I'm hearing.
Number 10, being a peeping Tom. In the beginning of the episode Hurdy-Gurdy Hair, Bugs has already proven how sleazy he can be, using a young monkey to help him make money from playing music.
Okay, monk, start collecting.
He even tries to
Bro, I
get a little
can't.
chimp out of his shape.
Yeah.
The chimp and later on a gorilla just hints at the perverted
People, like,
nature
here
he's
you go,
capable of.
buck teeth. Here you go, slanty eyes.
Oh my god.
There are a couple of times where Bugs peeks through one of the windows of an apartment and makes a lady shriek.
Whoops. Pardon me, I'm sure.
Wow.
Safe to assume Bugs got a peek at something he shouldn't have, and the stinker sees no shame in it. Seriously, man, don't you know how to respect a woman's privacy? Number 9, stealing a ride from castaways. Could you imagine being stuck on a deserted island with the likes of Bugs Bunny?
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Food!
It'd be tough to tolerate him for more than a few minutes, and Wakiki Wabbit showed that he would gladly steal a ride and leave you behind. Towards the end of the short, the pair of castaways spots a ship and manages to flag it down.
A ship! A ship! We're saved! Hooray! We're saved! We're going on a boat! We're going on a boat!
Bugs soon joins the excitement and begins exchanging so many farewells he tricks the castaways into thinking he's the one leaving. Before they realize their stupidity, the rascally rabbit has already set sail. Number 8, tampering with construction equipment for revenge. We can't blame Bugs for wanting to get even here.
I don't know what could have come over me. Of course I'll put it right back.
Thank you very much, Mac. No hard feelings. Good night.
Pleasant dreams.
However, Bugs takes things way too far when a construction worker digs up his home and dumps the remains in a truck. Bugs ends up using some of the construction equipment as a means for revenge, and the results are incredibly violent. Even by cartoon standards, his abuse is brutal. And we can't even begin to imagine how graphic this could have potentially become. Gee, seems like Bugs isn't one to believe in overkill.
I'm feeling mighty low.
Number 7, putting on an unprofessional performance. So far we've learned that Bugs will stoop to any level if it means getting his way. But his stunts in Rhapsody Rabbit show a more petty side to him. In the short, Bugs attempts to put on a performance of Hungarian Rhapsody. Throughout the concert, he fires at an audience member for coughing, takes a phone call in the middle of the performance,
What's up, Doc?
and assaults a mouse who just wants to get in on the action. Clearly, Bugs wanted a one-man show. And damn anyone who's gonna make it anything less than perfect. Number 6, causing a Martian invasion. In the short Hair Way to the Stars, Bugs finds himself taking a ride in a rocket ship and ends up on Marvin the Martian's base.
Something tells me I should have stood in bed.
Surprisingly, Bugs is at his most heroic here, as he manages to stop Marvin from blowing up the Earth and even causes the Martian base to explode.
Oh,
howdy! My Illudium Q-36 explosive space modulator. Well, back to the old drawing board.
However, during his escape, Bugs swipes a container filled with instant Martians and lands in a sewer back on Earth. Given that Martians only need water to be grown, you can guess what happens next. And what does Bugs do to try to fix the problem? Absolutely nothing.
Run for the hills, folks, or you'll be up to your armpits in Martians.
Nice, Bugs. You've doomed us all. Number 5, faking illness and death several times. This hair may be the herald of harassment, but he's also a tyrant of trickery.
Please don't let it be goodbye, little buddy. I've done a bad thing. I've melted the little buddy down. I've killed a little buddy.
Bugs has proven that he will do absolutely anything to get what he wants, and we mean anything. Throughout the decades-long life of Looney Tunes, Bugs has gone so far as to fake illnesses and even death, sometimes doing it just to mess with others.
Hey, I'm getting pneumonia. Open up. I'll die.
Obviously, the rabbit has no consideration for the psychological trauma he could be causing, and the fact that he'll do it for sick kicks is equally
I
important.
forgot about old Elmer
Mr.
Fudd used
Rabbit,
to be fat.
go on back to the forest where you belong. Be a nice little rabbit.
What are you trying to do? Kill me?
How have Elmer, Daffy, and Yosemite Sam not ended up in a mental institute yet?
Medium rare. This, my good sir, stinks!
Number 4, sabotaging society. After seeing the bounty amount for rabbits, Bugs believes the U.S. doesn't think rabbits
this
are worth
episode.
2 cents for it. 2 cents for a rabbit? Why, that's an insult.
When his meeting with the game warden doesn't go as planned, Bugs hatches a plan to make the bounty skyrocket.
I love
and
this
he proceeds
episode.
to sabotage society in a variety of ways.
Rabbits are perfectly harmless, and the bounty stands at 2 cents. Oh, yeah? Well, I'll show you a rabbit can be more obnoxious than anybody.
For starters, he ties up all the railroads in a big bow, fills in the Grand Canyon, vandalizes the Washington Monument, and even manages to saw Florida off the country and send it down the Atlantic Ocean. Thankfully, this ends up biting him in the butt as the world starts hunting him down for his crimes.
$1 million? Nah, that's more like it. Bunny, king of the beasts.
You'd think Bugs would have learned after this. Alas, we still have 3 more entries. Number 3, driving people insane.
Yep.
Let's be honest. In real life, none of us would last more than a couple of minutes with Bugs and his gags.
Oh, I get it. Trick or treat. I didn't realize it was Halloween already. Okay, here's some candy for you, and here's your treat. Hey, swell get-up you got, kids.
Those who dare cross paths with him have often found themselves going crazy, regardless if they were his intended target or an innocent bystander.
Look, Doc, are you looking for trouble? I'm not a stewing rabbit. I'm a fricasseeing rabbit.
In addition to driving his usual victims crazy, like the dim-witted Elmer Fudd, Bugs has made a notorious criminal jump off the Golden Gate Bridge and caused an astrologist to resign from his position after bringing 2 planets and the moon to an observatory.
Please, officer, you gotta help me. I'm flipping me lid. Everybody's turning into rabbits.
What's all this about rabbits, Doc?
Oh my god.
Yeah, nobody is safe from this rabbit's mischief. Number 2, relentlessly tormenting Elmer Fudd. As we've mentioned throughout this list, Elmer has often found himself on the edge when it comes to hunting bugs.
Oh, where do I get that rabbit?
What would you want with a rabbit?
One could argue that Bugs' actions are in self-defense, but some of the things Bugs does to Elmer are extreme. From tricking Elmer into thinking he's dead, to destroying his own property, to assaulting him with an assortment of items, Bugs has put the poor guy through all kinds of physical, emotional, and psychological trauma.
I wonder if he made it. Yep, he made it.
He's even gone so far as to try to bury Elmer alive.
Goodbye, old buddy.
So long, Methuselah.
Will this hare ever realize he's being too cruel? Before we get to the most devious things Bugs has ever done, here are some dishonorable mentions. Putting someone in an Iron Maiden.
Can't you just stand straight, arms down, like this?
Oh, I get it now. Surprise! And when he comes out of the dark room, let me know what develops, eh?
Sending a dog off a building.
This little pitty hole, this little pitty head roast beef. Uh-oh, what do you know? Went out of pitties. Gee, ain't I a stinker?
Humiliating a magician in front of his audience.
I've seen that one before.
Feeding Taz junk. Detonating an oil drilling site.
It's so dark down here, I can't see my hand before my face. Just look in my left-hand dresser drawer, and you'll find my cigarette lighter.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Getting Daffy shot. What could be worse than getting put through as much torture as Elmer? Suffering the same kind of torment over and over and over again.
You're a dirty dog. And you are a dirty skunk. I'm a dirty skunk? I'm a dirty skunk?
That is precisely why Daffy is at the top of this list. Across a handful of shorts, Bugs has found countless ways to get Daffy staring down the barrel of a shotgun. He'll even pull some of the laziest tricks in the book by either dressing up as a duck or tricking Daffy into saying,
Duck season! Wabbit season! Wabbit season! Duck season! Wabbit season! I say it's duck season, and I say fire!
It's gotten to the point where Bugs could probably write a series of books on how to cook a duck.
You're despicable.
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the
Yeah.
I run the. Well, I say, what is going on here?
I say.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst things Daffy Duck has done.
I am a duck, bent on self-preservation. Is this trip really necessary, son?
For this list, we're looking at some of the most selfish, heinous, and/or psychotic actions and crimes that Daffy Duck has committed, whether it be against his fellow Looney Tunes or the world. What's the worst thing you think Daffy has done? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Number 10, trying to avoid a draft. Drafty Daffy. It may not be a majority of people who'd be happy about being drafted into the army. By contrast, if you're Daffy Duck, it's a dream come true. At least, the idea of it is, initially. At the beginning of this short film, Daffy shows off his prideful patriotism through salutes and songs.
Oh, hooray for the red, white, and blue! Oh, hooray for the red, white, and blue! I Yankee Doodle went to town riding on the pony.
However, his tune changes when the little man from the draft board shows up at his doorstep. The crazed bird grows hysterical and does everything he can to get rid of the guy.
What's all the hubbub? Bub? There's a little man from the draft board outside, but he'll never catch me in a million years.
Daffy tries blowing him up, trapping him in a wall, and finds himself in hell after attempting to rocket himself away. So did he finally escape his draft? Well, we wouldn't exactly say that. Number 9, plagiarizing, the Looney Tunes show. When trying to figure out a plan to make money, the unemployed Daffy Duck gets inspired by Bug's carrot peeler invention and decides to invent something in this episode.
I put all my ideas into this notebook, and one of them turned into a little thing called the carrot peeler. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a check to deposit.
Of course, he's too lazy to come up with something himself and ends up swiping blueprints from Bug's notebook. Daffy's new and totally original automatic carrot peeler is a success, and Bugs, having been the original inventor, is made obsolete. Things turn sour when the new carrot peelers prove faulty on account of Daffy never installing a cooling system though, resulting in the imminent demolition of Bugs' house.
There's a problem with the automatic carrot peeler. Apparently, it's highly flammable. That's impossible. Step 7 of my design included a cooling system. Step 7? I knew I shouldn't have stopped at step 3.
Luckily, Bugs manages to go back in time and prevent all this from happening, but he wouldn't have had to if it weren't for Daffy's theft. Number 8. Soliciting. The Stupor Salesman. Having avoided the cops, a robber finds solace in an abandoned house just before he's visited by an erratic entrepreneur in this short.
I represent the Excelsior Appliance and Appurtenance Company Incorporated with a complete line of household appliances and Is the lady of the house in?
Daffy Duck is ready to sell him, well, just about anything he can come up with. As one would expect, Daffy doesn't take no for an answer, and proceeds to harass the crook in a variety of ways.
Now let's face it, chum. I'm not leaving till I sell you something. Now, what'll it be? Just name it.
Look, we get that the criminal was basically getting a taste of karma, but no one likes a solicitor. Daffy crosses the line several times, physically harming his customer a number of times, and even ending up blowing up the house with a gas-powered oven. This wouldn't be the only time Daffy proves to be an incompetent worker, as we'll see later on.
I won't take no for an answer. I'm gonna sell that guy something. I'll sell him something. There must be something he needs.
Number 7. Impersonating a fake cop. The Looney Tunes Show. We all have our shows that we'd love to be a part of, but Daffy takes fandom to a whole other level when it comes to fictional cop Steve St. James.
Leslie Hunt? Who's she?
I'm Leslie Hunt.
You're Steve St. James.
No, Steve St. James is a character that I played on TV. I'm Leslie Hunt.
Who?
I thought you said you were my biggest fan.
Refusing to believe he isn't real, Daffy steals the actor's costume and begins running around pretending he's the cop he sees on TV.
Well, if he's not going to be Steve St. James, then I will. Daffy, that's stealing. You'd make a great chauffeur.
With Porky as his chauffeur, Daffy proceeds to arrest people for the dumbest reasons, including a man trying to propose to his girlfriend, a woman getting money from an ATM, and 2 kids with squirt guns. At least he gets caught by the end of the episode. No one should be subjected to this duck's maniacal delusions.
You've been impersonating a cop and handcuffing people all over town.
What about him? He's been impersonating a chauffeur.
That's not illegal.
Number 6. Creating a giant inflatable. Daffy Duck and the Dinosaur. As we've seen so far, Daffy will seemingly go to any length to annoy and anger those that cross him, so long as it makes him seem superior.
Gosh, that duck acts like he's crazy.
That is correct. Absolutely 100% correct.
However, this behavior bites him in the butt in Daffy Duck and the Dinosaur. After putting a caveman and his dino through some intense physical assault, Daffy caps the whole thing off with a massive inflatable duck. Upon the caveman's attack, the inflatable causes an explosion that's lethal enough to kill the caveman, his dinosaur, and yeah, even Daffy.
You know, maybe that wasn't such a hot idea after all.
No, really? Number 5. Sending hate mail. The Looney Tunes Show. It's good to let off some steam once in a while, but Daffy is clearly not the type to know how to do this discreetly.
I mean, why would you go to all the trouble to spell words and put them in sentences and then delete it?
It's a way to release anger and vent your feelings without any repercussions. I do it all the time. Believe me, I've deleted plenty of emails to you.
When his girlfriend Tina tells him she writes fake hate mail, Daffy decides to try it for himself, only to forget one crucial detail: not to actually send it. He didn't send his nasty email to just 1 or 2 people either. He actually sent it to almost everyone he knew.
Get it back! Get it back! Relax. Who'd you send it to? Who'd I send it to?
As one would expect, the dynamic between him and his friends changed after that, with Yosemite Sam being the only one to take it well.
I got your little email. I read every word. And I got just one thing to say to you. Thank you, brother. You were so right. It was like you held a mirror up to my soul.
Number 4, turning the tables on Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd. Various.
Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Wabbit season. Duck season. Fire!
We called Bugs out for getting Daffy shot on our top 10 worst things Bugs Bunny has done. But in retrospect, the feud between the two is often, if not always, ignited by Daffy. At the start of many shorts, the deranged duck is often found putting signs up for rabbit season. Afterwards, he typically does something to trick Bugs into popping out of his home and getting shot at.
Awfully unsporting of me, I know, but what the hey? I gotta have some fun.
Considering the way Rabbit Fire ended, you'd think the two would have settled their differences. Unfortunately, Daffy provokes Bugs for at least another 2 shorts.
Now tell me, just between the two of us, what season is it, really? Don't be so naive, Buster. Why, everybody knows it's really duck season.
Number 3, bankrupting his own employer, the Looney Tunes Show. After Bugs tells him to get a job, Daffy gains a position as a muffin man at Foghorn Leghorn's company in Normacorp. The hardy rooster quickly grows fond of Daffy, and for some far-fetched reason, appoints him as the new CEO.
Well, Daffy, what do you think? I say, what do you think of Normacorp?
I don't know. It's fine.
I'm happy. I say I'm happy to hear you say that, because it's yours.
What?
Yeah, this is not gonna go the way he thought it might. Daffy eventually makes a decision that determines the fate of the company. Long story short, his apathy and negligence force Normacorp to file for bankruptcy, and in turn, cause a potential economic collapse.
As a result, more than 100,000 have lost their jobs, and experts fear the world economy could collapse. Disgraced CEO Daffy Duck could not be reached for comment.
Attempted murder, harassment, putting society at a risk of recession. Is there anything this duck can't do? Well, the video's not over yet.
Well, at least I learned a big lesson. What's that? When I pull my own weight, I pull a lot of stuff down with me.
Number 2, claiming Planet X in Earth's name. Duck Dodgers in the 24.5 century. Daffy appears not to be as big of a screw-up when donning personas as he is being his normal self. But it's a different story when he's taking on the role of Duck Dodgers.
Can you do it, Dodgers?
Oh, indubitably, sir. Because there's no one knows his way around outer space like Duck Dodgers in the 24.5 century.
In his first short as the galactic hero, Dodgers journeys to the mysterious planet X. Here he meets Marvin the Martian, who attempts to claim the planet in the name of Mars. However, Dodgers wants to claim it in the name of Earth, which causes the two to begin a small war.
Look, Bud, I've got news for you. I have already claimed this bit of dirt for the Earth, and there just ain't room enough on this planet for the 2 of us.
I do believe you are right.
Okay, it's far from small, and the two escalate it to such a degree that it results in the destruction of pretty much the entire planet. Nice one, Daffy. You probably destroyed an entire civilization that had yet to be discovered.
This planet is hereby claimed for the Earth in the name of Duck Dodgers in the 24.5 century. It'll be a big deal.
Before we unveil the dumb anthropomorphic bird's worst offense, here are a few dishonorable mentions. Ruining Foghorn's movie, The Looney Tunes Show. Forgetting lines, ruining shots, all the things an actor shouldn't do.
Cry! Your mama's gone.
Oh, man. I'm crying so hard. I say, look at how hard I cry.
Taking a baby to a violent movie, The Looney Tunes Show. He did see how the kid liked the whale trailer, right?
Sir, you're disturbing the other patrons.
I'm not doing anything. Talk to him.
Littering at the Grand Canyon, the Looney Tunes show, disrespected a national landmark out of sheer laziness.
Was originally inhabited by Inuit and Native Americans, some of whom considered the Grand Canyon to be a holy site. So, what do you think?
I've seen better.
Getting someone fired. Looney Tunes back in action. Nobody fires Brendan Fraser.
I think he likes you.
Oops!
Your father would be so ashamed of you.
Trying to get rid of someone. The birth of a notion. At least the victim was a mad scientist.
Want more Mojo? Ms. Mojo produces original, high-quality pop culture-related videos on all your favorite movies and shows. Plus, celebrity news.
Various.
I couldn't pay my bills.
Why not?
I gave all my money to Daffy.
Why would you give all your money to Daffy?
For his kidney transplant. Do you know how he's doing?
This has been going on for decades upon decades upon decades. Ever since Daffy officially
Good night, y'all. I gotta
1997
turn in.
short Porky the Duck Hunt,
some
he's
ratings
put Porky through
back.
all kinds of torment, some of it
Okay.
arguably worse than Elmer's. Whether they're rivals or friends, Daffy has